Welcome everybody. Let's get the obvious out of the way. I have a Band-Aid on my head. I kind of cut it shaving. It happens from time to time. So as I was saying last night, it had been a long time. I think it was 146 or 164. It was a lot of days since my last video and a lot has changed. So let's get into that just a little bit. I moved. I am no longer in the state of New Jersey. I am now in the state of Florida, which is a state of bliss. I'm really having a great time down here. There's been some ups and downs. Moving is not the easiest, especially when it's 1,200 miles away and you're leaving a support group that you've made with tons of people and tons of friends and all these connections. But really, this has been just such an amazing move for me. I really feel I've made a lot of really good friends already. Those friendships are growing. The weather outside is beautiful, although sometimes it is hot. If you don't have air conditioning, you're in trouble down here. My son is loving catching lizards after lizard after lizard, and the house that I bought is just absolutely beautiful and perfect for what I'm doing right now. I have a couple different areas around here that are set up for video, and so part of my plan was to kind of turn my living space into a studio space so that you and I could talk more, and 13 Weeks to Wellness could kind of get off the ground and really turn into what the vision that I have in my head for it. And that's kind of why we're back here again today, to again revisit from last night. I've started somebody else's program, yesterday. And at first I thought it was a fitness program. And why would I do somebody else's fitness program? Why not? I mean, I don't think that my fitness program is the be all end all. I mean, there's tons of them out there. There's tons of people, right? I encourage you to please go look around. I certainly do. But what I found is that this guy's program, his name is Andy. I can't remember his last name. Might begin with an F. Either way, the program is called 75 Hard. And before I kind of bury the lead, there are requirements. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. Let me try to remember these. You have to work out twice, and those workouts have to be separated by at least 3 hours and they have to be 45 minutes long a piece. One of them has to be outside. You have to follow a diet. Doesn't matter what diet, just have to follow a diet. No cheat meals, no alcohol, and that also means like candy, like no Reese's and all that, BS. You've got to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book a day. You have to take a progress picture. And I feel like I'm missing something, but it's because I've started, after Googling the challenge without actually reading the challenge, I thought one of the challenges was to also take a cold shower. That's in another 75 days if you want to continue with it. But I've started doing that also, which I secretly kind of like. It's actually very invigorating. So part of 75 Hard, in one of those I had mentioned a diet. Well, got a phone call, sorry. So yeah, I mentioned one of those checklist items was a diet, and I'm already on I don't want to call it a strict diet, but I've basically been eating the same thing for like the last 3 years or more. I mean, give or take like slight variations in the routine. So I kind of thought that the diet was almost like a cheating, like it's something that I already did. But something that I wanted to start doing again were these videos. So in place of that diet slot on there, because I already follow a strict diet and I've followed a strict diet, I'm adding another thing, which would be back to this. And so much more to share. I don't want to make these videos super long. They're longer than a minute, which was the last batch. Maybe this batch for a little bit will be 5 minutes. Because really I could just unload and have like 30 minutes to talk about, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Not everything is set up how I want it. There's microphones that I need to set up. There's a couple other things I want to set up. And I know nothing is going to always be perfect. I'm always going to want to improve. But for now, I have to just start. And so this is part of that. So day 2 in the books, my 75 Hard for the day is done. We're going to get back into some more 13 weeks, can't even pronounce my own course. Some more 13 Weeks to Wellness in future videos, but I do want to, I think in tomorrow's video we'll go a little bit more into the move, maybe take a studio tour if you will. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.